Well, I guess we're true to form. Everything goes down to the last second. But let's start the questions, and I'll give you my dissertation.
Well, I guess the real concern is Bam and the hand and the
Yeah.
fact that he was not available for the
Yeah. I don't know how he'll feel. Tomorrow. It was a really hard hand contusion in the first half. And he tried to gut it out in the second half, but you could see he was just basically playing with one hand, and it was just extremely sore. So I had to make that tough call and take the decision out of his hands in the fourth quarter. And we'll just evaluate him tomorrow. He already got X-rays, and those were clean, so thank God about that. But he's going to be sore. We'll just figure out for how long he'll be sore.
Was that exactly what you wanted to get on that final possession?
Some version of that, getting either Jimmy to an open spot up to the top, but he also had that whole wing to be able to read it. I thought he just did an amazing job of somehow getting into the paint and getting to the rim. I feel like night after night you're seeing, in this league, somebody just go absolutely nuts about a call at the end of the game and cry that was what dictated the game. So I want to be measured with my words, but I thought Jimmy just made the absolute right play. I think easily in this game alone, he could have had 6 to 8 more free throw attempts. I think the one where KD actually got hurt, I think he just got raked across his arm on that one. One in the first half, he got hit in the head. Should have been an and one. But that one, I just think, I don't think it was vertical. I don't think he was set. I think it was not the classic A to B, and I don't think he was in position. Now, I'm sure they'll say otherwise, and at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. But I think that earned the right to go to the free throw line and see if we could have won the game. I don't think we could have gotten anything better than that opportunity. Obviously, right at the rim with Jimmy. And I haven't seen the replay on that. It just did not look like it was a vertical play where he was waiting for him. I think he rotated O'Neal. And I don't know. It felt like Kyrie got something in there. But that's just really unfortunate. Our guys really played well. I really felt that we deserved to win the game just from the energy and the tenor, particularly in the second half. And they're a good team. They can flatten you out defensively. I think that's probably one of the more underrated things about what they do. I thought we made a lot of good reads, and defensively, holding an explosive offensive team, down under their average. So I think we did what we needed to do to win the game. It's just a shame that it didn't turn out to be a W for us. I'm still shocked. I thought we outplayed them in the fourth, and if you ran that last play with Irving shooting that three and that missed rebound, I think 9 out of 10 times we come up with that rebound. It was just a crazy circumstance of colliding bodies, and then O'Neal, just the ball popping up and him being right there at the rim for a putback. It's just that one's tough. I thought we had enough guys down there. I think O had a really good block out on their best offensive rebounder with Claxton. And Kyle and Watanabe just collided. I think Kyle ended up taking out Tyler. Watanabe took out Kyle. Vic was down there somewhere, and then all of a sudden O'Neal ended up with the ball and nobody around. That's just a crazy circumstance, and I probably felt like everybody felt in the building when Kyrie raised, even where he is at 30 feet, you just think oh, that it's probably going to end on that. So I think we're all kind of shocked that he missed it, and it's just a shame that with the efforts there that the ball didn't bounce in our hands instead.
Coach, is Tyler? We saw that injury
I don't
last
know.
moment.
You know, there was I haven't even seen that replay. I was as surprised as anybody. You know, he was just kind of going, not even off of screen. I don't know what happened. He slipped on the floor. There wasn't any kind of screen over there. So he says he's okay, but, we won't know until tomorrow.
Saw, even from the first few possessions, a lot of pressure from H on Durant. We saw doubles kind of sporadic throughout the night. Did you like
Yeah.
the way you were able to make those two guys uncomfortable for the most part?
Yeah, we really made Kyrie uncomfortable in the first half with 24 and just, he plays like, he's having a cup of coffee out there. Whatever the scheme is, he's seen it all. You can't rush him. You can't, speed him up. You can't, you're not getting him sick at sea. But I loved our activity, and I loved our awareness in a lot of situations. So we did a lot of the right things, and then it turned into an ISO, and then he did what he does. I mean, he made probably at least 6 or 7 just ridiculously tough shots against great defenders that you can't do it better than we did it. And he's one of the very few in this league that can shot create and make like he did tonight.
Erik, halfway through the season, I know you maybe didn't want the record to be this, but with some of the things that are happening now, it seems like you've got a rotation together, the activity, some of the combinations, the way Taylor and Vic are playing together. Do you feel comfortable going into the second half of the season with where your team is?
Yeah, I feel something that has been happening for the last 3 weeks or so. Now, we have to translate that into wins, at some point. But I feel much better about our identity and how we're playing with both units. We're getting a lot more consistent play, and you can see that it's real. And then the resilience that we're building in a lot of these close games, tough games. I think that right now it's starting to bring this group together. You can't put an analytic on it. It's just when I walk in a locker room, how the locker room feels, and I'm starting to feel it. And that's something that we can definitely build on. And look, we don't have to look any further than the team over there. It was a 7-week stretch that they've really turned it on, and they went from 7-9 to all of a sudden being basically a game away from, being top of the conference. So things can happen quickly in this conference because it is so competitive and everybody is bunched up. You have to put together weeks of good basketball. I think we're starting to do that, and then the next challenge will be to do it consistently and for it to translate into wins.
What was the thought process tonight with going with Orlando as the backup big for today's game?
Yeah, and I thought he just gave us great minutes. And even when, we had to take Bam out in the fourth quarter, that could have been an emotional downer, like a real buzzkill. But had been playing really well, and when I turned to him, everybody else was like, yeah, let's do this. He's earned the minutes, and I think the way he was really sprinting to the rim on some of the pick and rolls and creating a little bit of confusion really helped us generate some clean looks. And his efforts on the offensive glass, are really helpful. He had some really good big plays in the fourth quarter. Basically, everybody's on the table right now. We need contributions from everybody, anybody, and it might differ from game to game. It made the most sense we felt tonight with Orlando, and we'll just see where it goes from here. That's not an indictment on Dwayne at all, particularly as he's starting to feel much better. Thanks, Coach. Okay, thank you.